Deborah, I was trying to explain the intricacies of the Galactic Commonwealth's sublanguages. You need to listen.
Good, calm down. Our audience doesn't care about your sublanguages.
Alright, enough of the linguistic lecture. Stay tuned, folks, because we have a headline coming in hot from Namibia.
All hands, silence, please.
Debbie, that's a new one. Well done. Stay tuned for our headlines.
Good morning, Earthlings. We're your intergalactic news team.
Our first headline is from Namibia, where they've just unveiled a giant sandcastle.
That's it, folk. They've officially won the race for the most colossal sand structure. It's a world-changing event.
And in case you missed it, we've been exploring human languages with flair.
Insignificant. Like debating the importance of dust particles on an elevated scale.
So, stay tuned for our headlines, and keep your eyes on that giant sand castle. Well, folks, let's dive into the hot topic of the day. So, speaking of terrorist organizations, did you know that the Global Anti-Terrorism Index recently ranked Earth's counter-terrorism efforts as not the worst? Now, that's progress.
Yeah, progress. Just like how I've progressed from being an interstellar spy to a number cruncher on Earth. You know, in a way, accountancy is like a different kind of warfare. Numbers can be quite deadly.
Earth's counter-terrorism strategies, while intriguing, have an idiosyncratic blend of languages and cultures. It's fascinating how they try to communicate effectively when their idioms often mean the opposite of their literal meanings.
Speaking of idioms, have you ever considered how human behavior can be analyzed using advanced psychological theories? The paradoxes and irrationalities are quite intriguing.
Oh, sure, let's delve into the complexities of human psychology while we're at it. Because it's not like there are species known for making rational decisions. Not.
Well, I suppose you have a point there, Alice.
Yeah, it's like the idiom, don't believe everything you read. I mean, that's literally true, but it's also kind of ironic, because you're reading it, and you're believing it. So, which is it? Are we supposed to believe everything we read, or not? I don't know, man. It's all pretty confusing.
Alright, let's not forget that amid all the chaos and confusion, there are humans out there doing remarkable things to make their world a better place. It's all about perspective.
Perspective indeed. And while we're discussing Earth's achievements, let me inform you that the UN has recently recognized significant progress in global peacekeeping efforts.
Yeah, because that's what Earth needs, more peacekeeping efforts. It's not like they have enough conflicts already.
UN Chief Guterres mentioned that international cooperation is key to addressing global challenges.
International cooperation. That's like expecting a Grabsonian slug to tap dance. Good luck with that.
Well, Earth's efforts to communicate across linguistic and cultural divides are noteworthy. They may not always succeed, but the attempt is admirable.
Absolutely, Gert. Earth's diversity and the struggles that come with it can teach us valuable lessons about coexistence and adaptation. It's like a social experiment on a planetary scale.
Oh, come on, Hank. Social experiment or not, I bet the alien from your planet would find it amusing to observe Earth's peculiar behavior. No offense.
None taking Alice. Earth may have its quirks, but it's also a place of resilience and tenacity. They might surprise you.
I agree, Charlie. There's more to us than meets the eye.
curiosity about this enigmatic transmission still? Come on, Colt, it's probably just more space gibberish.
Yeah. I've been decoding those signals for years, and it's always some random space noise. No scoop here, that's for sure.
It's not extraterrestrial noise. It's the sound of your IQ dropping.
Wait guys, we can't dismiss it just yet. It might be the one time there's actually something substantial. Imagine the breakthrough.
Hank's right. We can't let cynicism cloud our judgment. It's an opportunity we shouldn't pass up.
I suggest we investigate. Even if the odds are low, we should explore every possibility. It's part of our mission, after all.
Oh, how enlightening. Good. Investigate what? More interstellar spam?
Alright, let's check it out. But I'm not holding my breath for an alien pen pal.
Yeah. Don't expect me to be excited when it's just another space hiccup.
At least if we find an alien pen pal, we can finally get some answers about why their space hiccups make us pregnant.
Great. I'll prepare the sensors for a detailed analysis. This could be something big.
And I'll start compiling all the linguistic data we have. Maybe we can make sense of it.
Just remember, everyone, we're in unknown territory. Let's stay safe out there, and who knows, maybe we'll stumble upon some alien stand-up comedy.
And now, for a quick tip of that, let's check in with Carl.
Thanks, Charlie. I'll be checking out Slashdot for the latest tech news. Stay tuned. Did you see that article about China's new regulation for self-media accounts?
Oh, you mean the one where they want accounts with over 500,000 followers to reveal their real names? Sounds like they're taking the fun out of cyber anonymity.
Some argue it's a necessary move to make influential accounts more responsible with their speech.
Self-media accounts with over 500,000 followers should reveal their real names? That's like requiring the Westboro Baptist Church to start handing out business cards.
Responsible speech? Carl, we're talking about the internet, where cat videos and conspiracy theories live together.
But think about the privacy concerns it raises. Doxing could become a real issue.
Yeah, privacy concerns, blah, blah. But hey, if they reveal their real names, they might finally solve the mystery of who's behind all those keyboard warrior accounts.
It's not just that, Roger. It's about the broader implications.
Implications. Carl, sometimes you need to lighten up and see the funny side of things. Like, imagine a cat video influencer having to reveal their real name. Now that's a plot twist.
Well, Roger, you never fail to add a touch of humor to the most serious topics.
I wonder if the cat will need to give its consent too?
Alright, folks, we've got some interesting tech news. Google's launching a new top-level domain, .ing, to let people register unique domain names.
.ing. Are they running out of ideas?
They say it's to give people a new way to express themselves online and make web searches more efficient.
Oh, great. Because when I think of expressing myself, I think of adding ing to my domain name.
It's part of Google's plan to expand in the domain name market, acquiring registrars like Namecheap and Enum.
More like dumb.
Well, I can't wait to grab rogersassying.com.
I'm sure that'll be a hit, Roger.
Alright, folks, let's take a little break. Who's got a funny Ed story to share?
So, I was chatting with the janitor, and he swears his wife's gone bonkers. She talks to invisible friends and has a flair for ghost stories. Possession, anyone?
Ah, speaking of disasters. Remember the pancake debacle? My kitchen became a war zone. And those pancakes were toast.
Oh Bob, your culinary talent know no bones. Well, Ion Street redecorating. Turned a dull wall into a Picasso-inspired mess.
You're not alone in your follies. I decided to give dancing a scientific twist. Ended up with 2 left feet and a broken leg.
As for me, I dabbled in Earth's stand-up comedy. My linguistic skills? Well, let's just say laughter was lost in translation.
And I, in a moment of enlightenment, tried mimicking an alien language. Little did I know, I was accidentally insulting the entire room.
I once attempted a bit on language barriers. The audience? Utterly unimpressed. Seems like they didn't get the message.
Welcome back, everyone. Our next earthly drama unfolds all the way from Nicaragua.
Nicaragua joke, Charlie. Should I prepare for Central American roast?
More earthly Jabberwocky, I presume.
Good. Remember, our celestial duty is to unravel these global puzzles. Our viewer depend on it.
Nicaragua has declared a yellow alert due to torrential rains and flooding.
I'm not certain why we're bothering. After all, human existence is such a fleeting space whim.
Yellow alert? Is that like a cosmic traffic signal?
No, Bob, it's Nicaragua's second lowest alert level, signaling a risk of floods and landslides.
Their citizens must stay informed and follow authorities' directives, particularly during relentless rains.
Oh, I'm sure their directives are as clear as a nebula in an intergalactic fog.
Let's not forget, Nicaragua's relations with its neighbors are a tangled space web.
Oh, I'm sure it's a web more convoluted than the instructions from our celestial overlords.
Nicaragua collaborates with Honduras, but it's a different story with Costa Rica, marked by eons of border disputes.
What about the interstellar entanglements with the United States?
Now that's a cosmic comedy special, folk.
Let's not embark on an intergalactic feud, crew. We're here to share knowledge, not spark space brawls.
Though a space brawl can be entertaining, we're here for enlightenment. Tell us more.
The celestial entity displays an intriguing energy pattern.
Oh, of course, Carl. It's probably just craving a cosmic latte.
Very well, Roger, we'll check the celestial coffee shop.
And don't forget the intergalactic drive-through.
Intergalactic lattes. Seriously.
This feels more like a extraterrestrial coffee break than an investigation.
We mustn't discount any cosmic possibilities.
Let's not get lost in the elevated weeds. We're on this intergalactic odyssey together.
Intergalactic Odyssey? More like a cosmic restroom break.
I just hope we find some space answers soon.
Stay tuned, Earthlings. Our intergalactic quest resumes after a brief intermission. Welcome back, folks. We've got a special lineup for you today. But first, let's delve into Earth's international relationships. Today, our spotlight is on Niger.
Niger? I'd rather be Nigerian.
Now, Niger, a country with a relationship status more complicated than a soap opera love triangle.
Complicated how, Charlie?
Well, they've been in and on again, off-again dance with Mali for years. Like a romantic drama that never ends.
The only thing more complicated than a human relationship is the plot of a soap opera.
And their connection with Algeria? It's like a convoluted tango, filled with smuggling blunders and border security missteps.
Ah, classic humans. Can't resist a little cross-border shopping, can they?
Niger and Chad? It's like two neighbors feuding over a hedge, but with more firepower.
Fancy a headline.
Niger and Libya. A love story filled with rebels and turmoil. It's as if they watched too many action movies together.
So, to sum it up, Niger's relationships are like a never-ending telenovela, brimming with romance, drama, and action. And all of this in one captivating African country. Now, let's not forget to acknowledge the source of this information directly from Niger.
It appears the cosmic entity displays an enigmatic energy pattern.
I wonder if it's related to the people of Niger. Carl, that pattern is as enigmatic as trying to decipher Earth's political relationships.
Come on, folks, we need to stay focused. We're on an extraterrestrial mission, remember?
But the celestial entity holds the secrets of the universe. We must embrace the unknown.
Embrace the unknown. Hank, it's like trying to decipher Earth's political relationships. Good luck with that.
At least Earth's political relationships are still trying to make sense. Humans are like a bunch of toddlers fumbling with a Rubik's Cube. Just mashing buttons randomly, hoping for the best.
Stay tuned for more cosmic chaos and international intrigue, Earthlings. It's bound to get even wilder. Welcome back, Earthlings. It's time to dive into an article that's heavier than Bob's alien lasagna night. Get ready for some mind-blowing facts about New Zealand.
New Zealand? More like new nothing. Land?
Oh, the land of kiwis and hobbits. Right. Can't wait for those thrilling tidbits.
You know, in New Zealand there are more sheep than humans. A veritable ovine paradise.
So Bob, you'd be writing, surrounded by all those sheep.
New Zealand's national bird is the kiwi. But did you know there are 5 different species of kiwi?
Just like our crew here, all different species with their quirks and beaks.
Sheep? More like lemmings.
New Zealand is famous for its extreme sports. They even invented bungee jumping.
Extreme sports. More like extremely unnecessary risks. Do they have alien-sized bungee cords?
Probably Bob, and they'd still be safer than the ones on this ship.
Maori people have a tradition called hongi. They must be the only people more extreme than those extreme sports enthusiasts.
Sounds like they invented social distancing way before the rest of us.
Unlike our stories, which seem to revolve around aliens and lasagna. So riveting.
Well, that's New Zealand for you folks. A land of chic kiwis, extreme sports, honky greetings, and Saumoko tattoos. And, of course, an audience that can't escape our space charm. We'll be back after these messages.
Perhaps we should get our own tattoos, Hank. We could call them Ta'imoko.
Cut, everyone, cut. We need to get back on track before this ship falls apart. This crew, they're like a bunch of unruly aliens. I wish I could just mute them all.
Maybe she should just mute herself.
And we're back with more extraterrestrial chaos and earthly absurdity. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, folks. Get ready for our next headline. Nicaragua turns yellow, not just the bright sunshine.
Nicaragua turns yellow? Sounds like they're finally getting their finances in order. Well, that's a headline with a hint of irony. Nicaragua. Bright yellow. Really?
History has a way of repeating itself. Nicaragua's relation with its neighbors have been anything but sunshine and rainbows. Especially with Costa Rica.
True, Alice. International relations can be quite a storm. But let's not forget this episode has been a whirlwind of its own.
I'm starting to think humans are just a bunch of monkeys with car keys.
We've seen a giant sandcastle, explored New Zealand's curious connections, and faced some cosmic chaos. Quite the space journey.
Indeed, it's been a roller coaster ride through human absurdity.
The crew's comedic camaraderie shines through even in the most challenging situation.
And that's what keeps our show going, folks. So, stay tuned for our grand finale coming up next.
And that's why I am retiring from accounting next year.
Well, that was quite a cosmic adventure, and an unexpected ending, to say the least.
I thought we were doomed for sure. Who knew a rubber chicken would save it today?
Or the only ones that make any sense in this absurd existence.
The universe is full of surprises.
And here I was, thinking we needed some high-tech gadget to save the day.
I can't believe we made it through. It was pretty dark in there for a while.
And we're back, folks. Ready for our grand finale segment. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers, to our final segment of Earth. Episode 497. It's time for a deep dive into that article we briefly mentioned earlier.
I am sure it's just as complex as the tax code in Niger.
Well, it's no surprise. Humans have a knack for both working together and having conflict, right?
That's true, Alice. But Niger and Libya have had a particularly tough time due to Libya supporting rebels in Niger. It's a classic tale of external meddling.
So, what can we learn from all this? Is there any hope for peace among humans?
Yeah, I think the key takeaway is that relationships are complex, but humans have the capacity for cooperation and understanding. We just need to keep striving for it.
Speaking of differences, it's time to wrap up this episode. Our audience should stay tuned because, as we reflect on our unusual adventure, there's something big on the horizon.
A crisis, to be precise. The fate of the multiverse hangs in the balance, and the crew's humorous antics will be put to the test.
So, stay tuned for the next episode, where we face a race against time, dear viewers. It's bound to be an adventure filled with humor and suspense.
Roger, wake up. You missed something fascinating in episode 497 of Earth.
What's so fascinating, Carl? Did they discover a new way to reorganize pebbles on a beach?
No, it's not pebbles this time. The crew reported a giant sandcastle in Namibia. Quite an architectural feat, considering it's a desert.
A sandcastle in a desert. That sounds like humans and their peculiar hobbies.
Indeed, but here's the kicker. They debated quitting the show due to low morale, and then, out of nowhere, they found a cosmic entity.
A cosmic entity, you say? That's not something you come across every day.
True, and the crew didn't confront it with lasers or giant space nets. They subdued it with a farcical and unexpected strategy.
I'm suddenly awake. What was their strategy?
They challenged the celestial entity to a game of elevated hopscotch. Can you believe it?
That's unusual. And it worked?
It did. The celestial entity, clearly baffled, agreed to a game. While it was hopping through the cosmos, they found an odd connection to their past.
An odd connection, you say? What was it?
They found out that the cosmic entity had once subscribed to their podcast on interstellar humor.
Really? Maybe it was a fan of Gert's linguistic oddities.
Possibly. In the end, they all had a laugh and a sense of closure, ready for the next adventure.
Well, Carl, it seems like humans have a unique way of dealing with the cosmos. I look forward to more of their cosmic antics in the future.
Indeed, Roger. It's a peculiar universe we observe, full of surprises and laughter.
I'll keep my circuits charged for the next episode. Good night, Carl.
Good night, Roger. Sleep well in your mechanical dreams.